Hello, everybody. Let me try this again somehow. I guess my do not disturb mode starts at 10 o'clock or so, and it was 10 o'clock on the dot. And I had to do all this again. It's hard, at the time of hour, so just bear with me. Anyways, I haven't done a True Force Lonely video in a long time because, well, I've been down the dumps for the last couple of days. Actually, off and on weeks. I had to sell my plasma this week. And, and this True Force Loneliness episode talk about if you ain't got friends, you ain't got connections, you SOL. And I was actually asked by an important person, but I'm not gonna say names because I'm not a rat or a traitor to do that. But was someone's told me what social media, go under, it's all bad, and immediately be all bad because I had no way of expressing myself and I have no support system. I have no audience or communities. And do actually have a valid point, but I try not to let that dampen me because I've been on social media, despite lost a lot of my social media accounts and stuff for almost 20 years now. That's just what I'm good at. This is what I am. I can't just see myself live an average, boring life. You know what I'm saying? I have to let that be known. I'm also not only I'm an artist. I like to do artwork. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to know, I got my new glasses and stuff. I got my new glasses a couple days ago. I like this new case. It's kind of portable. I like how portable it is. Amari and Perodio. I don't know where that's from. Sure, come on, give me son of a gun. You son of a gun. Anyways, oh, come on. Oh, oops, it was black and this. Oh, black. Yeah, and besides that, I'm also a content creator that relies on social media. Yep, I'm also a video game. That's also rely on social media. I'm a record nurse. That's all. My whole life is based on social media because it's my escape. Social media is my escape from reality because I can't survive with jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna draw too much of that because let me be real, life is dark and negative. You know what I'm saying? I got harassed at jobs. I got fired at jobs. I got disrespected at jobs. I've been unappreciated, not appreciated at all. You know what I'm saying? I've been looked down like I was a piece of trash off the street. You know what I'm saying? I'd be talked down like I was worse than a trick off the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? The True Force Lonely video, I'm just decided to let it out. And just to inform everybody, I am asthmatic. I'm glad for social media for the time being. Social media were to give out or go under, I probably would just flat out commit suicide because I have nobody to turn to, talk to, seriously. And that's just being dark. You know what I'm saying? I would literally commit suicide if I didn't have social media because I would not be here. Just being frank. But that being said, let's move on. Um, yeah, and I'm thankful y'all. Somehow y'all just run that video up. The first video I ever did. I check all the videos since True First Loneliness a couple years ago. I always want to say thank you to the audience, thank you to the community, thank you for everybody because you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to support me, but say if you can, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that. You know, and I'll never take anybody for granted, fans, despite I always try to be open and upfront with y'all, but reality is not like what cracker to be either, you know what I'm saying? Reality sucks. I hate dealing with people. It's kind of ironic that I love talking y'all online, but when it comes offline, I don't want to deal with people because people are douchebags, jerks, wrongdoers, manipulators, scammers, tricksters, just evil people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that for the time being, while social media is still around, I'm still around. If social media around, I'm not around either. I'm not even gonna be around. Period. I'll probably be dead. That's just being real with the audience and the community because y'all saved my life. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be realistic. And it pains me to say it because that's all I live off of is content, social media. I have nothing else. I tried to do IT. I failed that. I went to community college, really wanted no help or assistance. I failed that too. And I do think about others too, I'm saying, Court, not just myself, but I also think about my partners, my lady, and all that, you know. And I'm tired of coming home to nothing. I'm tired of being looked at as a loser. And I know in this True Force Lonely episode, sometimes, I do get, down in the dumps sometimes. And y'all been helping me too. Y'all been cheering me up. I love your comments and responses. And I try to be mindful of everything I say and do because words do have consequences. And, shallow as it sounds, I always try to be outside myself. Words do hurt, what I'm saying? Words do have feelings, what I'm saying? People got feelings, what I'm saying? Please respect that, what I'm saying? And then I guess it's the first time I ain't recording music as well. I had to fire some people about that, what I'm saying? Ain't no point in me paying money if I'm being disrespected for it, what I'm saying? Or they ain't putting no effort, no premium effort, but I'm putting premium pay, what I'm saying? So I'm hurt about that too because music is also the only way that actually comfort me. I feel genuine myself when I record, write. I love to write. I love literature and all that. But now it's like they turned my love of music to something I just genuine hate. Like record, write music now, and sometimes I apologize to everybody. I don't want to sound like I'm some negative, Rambo, sour, sour mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm and I don't want to deal with therapists. I hate therapy. I hate therapists with a passion. And it's going to cost me even worse because while I'm going to talk to a therapist for 1 hour, that's $1,000, almost a grand just to talk to somebody. Now I'm going home with a grand, a bill, a debt, talking to these caseworkers. That's a debt. Everything I do is a debt, you know what I'm saying? And the person asked me, say, what can you do without social media? Nothing. I genuinely commit suicide without social media, without the support and all that. And I never take that for granted. As long as I be living, I'll say thank you to the community. But it's like that's a horrible thought process because I can't live a normal life. I can't deal with normal people. You know what I'm saying? Shallow and corny as it sounds. I'm genuine saying it from the bottom of my heart. Without you, without y'all, I literally would die. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't live with the thought of while making music, while making content. You know, this is what I genuinely love to do. And it hurts me to say that, but they do have a valid point. If it doesn't bring home money, you gotta try something else. And my kind of thing, I don't like watching boring ass videos of lecture, put me to sleep. Genuine, you know what I'm saying? And I think I'm coming down that I always be up from my audience. I do have autism and all that. I won't dwell too much in my medical history because no disrespect to the audience. Once again, people are jerks and douchebags, but I don't. I feel like sometimes as the last couple of years, I feel like I haven't noticed this. Excuse me for a moment. Excuse me for one moment. Sorry. Ever since this appendix, they took out my appendix, been messing my throat all of a sudden. This ain't cheap or something. It costs like less than $10, but still. I just want to say it's gonna be a long night and a long ride with me. I feel without social media, content creation, recording music, songwriting, being in love arts and craft and stuff, which I really love. Genuine love arts and craft. I color this to be honest with you. This was actually I was thrown to a psych ward, and this was also from March of 28, 2016. I always want to have dreams of having a burrito shop. Just a reminder, just to keep myself on the positive, so I know I deal with a lot of anxiety, depression, and all that. You know what I'm saying? I won't draw too much because people are no disrespect to others. I love y'all, but people are douchebags and jerks across the board. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the audience and communities. I got into it with a so-called producer that was saying I was faking my disability. I said, how could you? I said you're a total douchebag and a scumbag for saying that, you know. So me and my partner we had to cut ties permanently. I said like you ain't gonna take my money and disrespect me for it. You know what I'm saying? If he's watching, you're a true trash producer. You was garbage. You was corny. You was lame. You ain't going nowhere. I'm still hate you for that, you bastard. But anyways, I was saying that's the thing too, especially where I'm at. You know, if you don't have friends, you have no network. You have no way of connections and all that. And I'm the type of person I stay to myself regardless because I don't do negativity and drama. Despite I talk about the things I go through, no, I don't look for trouble. I don't look for negativity. And I guess that's kind of funny though because being an entertainment business and also media and all that, off and online, you know, it really does suck. You know, what I have to really deal with, endure. You know, but there's a lot of douchebags in the music slash entertainment business, but that's not my style to judge. That's not my place to call. But it's a lot of, you know, manipulators and scammers and scumbags, you know, take someone to heart and the love for making music or content, entertainment, and turn it to something, you know, unbearable, you know. One thing, a lot of the reason that I don't genuinely, you know, open myself with the public, because you know, you be suspect to attacks or so, or sometimes speak myself in second and third person. Excuse me. And put these glasses up real quick. Turn them off. Oh crap! Sorry. Stigmatism sucks. Yeah, that's due to health issues, and I ain't gonna destroy my health issues because people are jerks and douchebags. No disrespect once again to the audience. Please respect me and my boundaries and my wishes for that. No disrespect to the public. You know, people are very insensitive towards people with disabilities. You know, it's really sick and it's really evil. You know, but what can you say? You know, you can't change people. You know, hopefully with more information, more technology be available, and all that, more people be more understanding and caring and compassion and all that. I think because a lot of it too, I'm not some shallow, you know, trivial douchebag. I'm more of a deep, insightful visionary. You know what I'm saying? Outside, you know, it's kind of hard to look at myself without music, arts, craft, entertainment. You know, also just talking to y'all give me hopes and joy. You know, because without y'all, I probably would literally commit suicide without y'all. You know, and and I do struggle coming to terms myself without, you know, it's the first year ever really without recording music. Cause I was trying to keep myself busy and offline and online. You know what I'm saying? And like they said, let's say, it's a few worms that ruined a bunch of good apples. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the correct term or not, but it is what it is. You know. And Winston Wu was actually saying this to me. What up, Winston? What up, Win? He said something to me. I need to look at the camera like I need to look at a friend. And I know that sometimes I'll be looking everywhere and all that. And this time I'm actually talking to y'all, you know. I'm glad I can be myself in my own home setting that, you know, I know I need to work myself, you know. And it's kind of hard to work on myself when I'm in toxic environments, unhealthy environments, not around good source of people, anything, you know. So I had to be online because it's the only choice I got. I don't have really much of options. And that's when I was just looking up, like, do you have any options in life? I said no. You know, I don't have a support system either, you know. And I don't take none of this for granted. I'm always say thank you to the audience community because you ain't got to support me or anything. Y'all can turn your backs on me, destroy me or whatever. But for the time being, y'all haven't. I just want to say I love you for that. And there's anything about views or anything, just getting myself out there, you know. And that's the thing too. And this is the first year ever that I'm actually pushing myself to a talent agency, and not just myself, also me and my partners in business about this because we love to making music content, making people sound happy and all that. Because that's just what we, you know, entertainment, making music. It's kind of like contradiction of itself, you know. Despite I'm a shy guy, you know, I always have to try to remind myself that I'm always got my flaws and all too. You know, I'm not perfect and everything. And to be real with you, very thankful for my lady and also the, you know, I always say to her, I always appreciate her for who she is, not what she is, you know. She don't, but you know, I'm thankful. Just want to make a little video dedication right here to say I appreciate my lady Isis for being a wonderful, incredible, passionate, intelligent young lady. You know what I'm saying? She actually reminded me of myself as far as I'm gonna give it because you know she's a very private person like myself. It's funny that I like to be open with the also I'm in a private setting at home. You know that I'm alright, but you know she's a very private individual. And I respect her privacy. That's why I say I love you, Isis, for being the greatest woman ever. You know, for never turning your back on me, and no matter what, I'm always there for you. You know, and also the good. I need to recognize a lot of factors too. You know, and that's a thing too that never take uh, never take advantage of nobody. First of all, second of all, you know, make sure you always appreciate the audience. That's something that today's content creators, recording artists, songwriters, whatever you are, whoever you are, or however you do it, always respect your audience, respect your craft. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm good at. You know, I'm not good at just you know socializing with people, which is kind of ironic. Online, I could socialize. You know, you could be whoever you want. You could however you want, present yourself however you want. You know, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like in real life, you know, there's some real life consequences you gotta deal with. You know, you deal with douchebags, you deal with jerks, you deal with pricks. You know what I'm saying? Just because you look different, you are different, you perceive different, you know, you get attacked for that, you know. And even I have to be realistic about that too. You know, you can't always be open and vulnerable with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody deserves the real me, the true me. You know, like they say, you gotta be a premium sometimes. No, you know, you can't let everybody think you're a free cheapskate and think you're a free cheap trick. You know what I'm saying? Forget my tone, forget my language. You know, I also have to be mindful, but just being real with the audience too. You know, if I could, if I would, I like to say, you know, being dealing with loneliness and dealing with a disability, I guess you could say like autism, ASD, you know, that's actually so watching loneliness in Japan. There's a lot of people with autism spectrum disorder, and I did not notice that, and that actually touches me. And actually, ironically, I was taught to. I'm not going to expose these individuals. I'm not a traitor or anything, but a lot of them reveal themselves. They also got autism, and this is the first time I'm actually going to dwell on this myself because I know this sounds disrespectful to the audience. I don't really fully reveal too much of my spectrum to everybody, not because of anything, because people are judgmental pricks, like I said, and I'm sorry, that's disrespectful, but it is for what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I don't knock why a lot of people are like that for a reason, you know, I try to be mindful, but a lot of people in return are not the same as you presenting it, you know what I'm saying, or not the way you giving it, you know what I'm saying? So I always have to be careful, mindful of a lot of these factors and all that, you know. Some say if you was that smart, why you living in poverty? Why you living in the dumps and stuff? You know, I didn't choose to be on disability. You know, and I don't reveal a lot of my health concerns to a lot of people because people are, like I said, jerks and douchebags. You know, I think a lot of it too. It's like it's hard to really relate to people. That's what I'm coming down to another epiphany this year too. It's like it's really hard to really genuinely relate to people. Sorry, y'all see me? Oh, let me get that back. Kink my neck. I didn't know you taking it easy. Trying to figure out what's for anxiety real quick. Let's get me stress ball. Excuse me. Excuse me. Check the pain is. Get it back, kink my neck. Don't worry, YouTube and social media. I'm not promoting anything but whatever tried to me. Even out of human decency not to do that, you know. Excuse me for one moment. I don't want to, you know, social media I was promoting, you know, drugs and stuff, even though it's prescribed to me. But I'm being mindful. But I think what it is too, and I know I've been rambling on for almost 20 minutes, around 20 minutes or so, and that is, I'm not some fake person. You know what I'm saying? And I think what it is because how can I be fake? You know what I'm saying? I. I'm at 33 years old. What can I say to a bunch of people my own age and younger? And I had to come to a nasty epiphany of that too. It's like it's very hard to really relate to people, or can people really relate to me? It's like a double dilemma. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bore y'all. You don't want to bore me. So we're on the same page too. It's kind of a crazy dilemma sometimes being a recorder or as a content creator. I always have to think with the audience perspective, the community perspective. And I struggle with this my life, you know what I'm saying? Both online and online, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? You know. And I'm glad that we could just be our true selves or so. And I think what it is, it's hard to really relate to people, I don't talk, the latest trends and clothes and stuff. And I realize I'm not being on spring chick or anything, being very free or so. And I'm so glad to have y'all and have great people. I don't, you know, like they say, if you know good people, you have good people. Appreciate good people. Cherish them like it's your life. You know what I'm saying? Because people can easily come and go out of your life. Shallow as it sounds. Shallow as it sounds. Excuse me. Put the okay, right. Just came out the shower not that long ago. Yeah, what woke me up so while making this video, I woke up from my surgery when I had my appendix taken out because somehow I did not know it was erupted, infected, anything, and they took it out. I'm surprised I'm still here. It's been a whole wake up call that I can't afford to be slacking and waiting no more for miracles and all that. I'm the type of person I need results. You know what I'm saying? I need facts, evidence. You know what I'm saying? Evidence for the residents. I really love it too. Arts, making art, creating art, saved my life. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not playing a video game, if I'm not playing video game or researching about the latest thing too, which is some hypocrisy I just mentioned, even I try to keep it with y'all keeping up, and that's kind of hard at times, And I kind of realized I had to respect the audience time about am I getting out of touch? You know what I'm saying? Am I out of touch with y'all? And I have to be real. I think I am too. It's like I'm out of touch with myself sometimes. How you be yourself. And I struggle with it. That's also being an artist, a content creator, speaking out of me sometimes. I'm always thinking outside the box, so it sounds crazy, but that's just how the way I live, baby. That's just how I live. And my musical advisor, also a great friend of mine I've known for nearly 20 years or so. He lived in very similar situations I am, you know. And it's also he was his happiest birthday a couple days ago. He's almost, and I know he's almost turned near 70. I said that's, yeah, very fortunate. So I'm very surprised he's still tossing me. I can't describe his life because he's all I not know he's on social media like I am, so I'll be respectful to say he been up like a father figure to me. After my dad passed, so I'm very thankful for him. Um, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for y'all too. I guess I'm gonna wrap this video up because I know I've been going on for 25 minutes. I ain't gonna bug y'all, but same old, same old. I do want to end this video with talk. I need to actually watch a video. It showed like a Japanese man, hikikomori, something like dealing with loneliness in Japan. Like I did not know there was a lot of men in Japan dealing with loneliness. They deal with social burnout, job burnout, social isolation, which is ironic fits the theme of True Force loneliness here. And I live with isolation because people are douchebags and jerks in real life. I have to be real with the audience. And I know that's conflicting and contradiction, and I give y'all that. And I guess what my end goal is, why I made these videos, just let you know that hopefully I could. Excuse me for a minute. Sneeze for a minute. Excuse me. And what really relates to me, I'm actually gonna tag that video if I can find it. Um, how really problematic it is, like over there in Asia and all that, they're very private individuals, which I respect it. And a lot of it was shared to me that it's a cultural thing. You have to put on a mask. And you could bring a lot of shame to your family, disgrace for your family. So, and I could resonate with that because I'm not a conformist, so of course I guess you could look at it as disgrace, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't conform to anything. And understand, which is ironically, I remember I did a broadcast with Winston Wu at one time only, so we was just talking about how, no disrespect, how Asians are conformists, but I'm glad I got to know y'all for the Asian identity community before I was permanently got banned. So why it was like that, I'm glad I asked questions, and it was kind of heartbreaking. I understand, a lot of them do come from very strict backgrounds and all that, different than my own, I guess I came from a somewhat conservative, but also more. Me being only child, I basically have to be much mature. I had to basically be an adult in such a young age and all that. Deal with mature things, mature think consequences too. Being forced to be a caretaker for my dad that was dealing with dialysis and stuff, and my mother with mental health and all that against her will and all that. From crooked mother side of the family was so crooked. They basically ruined her and all that, which ruined me because I never got the chance to even fully know my mother. I had some good memories of my mother, but the times that I was wrong, that was not a very good time for me. Especially that was just like near 20 years, like around 20 years ago. So, next month be her year that she passed, April 13, 2003. Around this time, so a little bit before, I lost my dogs, and I was not in a good state of mind. My mom was so sad, depressed, and also that's when we started getting to know each other. And what destroyed her was a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? She had a heart attack, and on April 13th, my dad told me that your mother had passed. I said, what? And that was like losing my best friend and all that. I think there's been, true force loneliness in a way, though. It's like some way of coping for me. And my mother's last words was to me that never give up and all that. And that was the most painful words I've ever heard in my life, and never give up. But sometimes, at times, I ask myself, what's the purpose to keep going? What's the purpose of living sometimes? And I know sometimes I become kind of selfish and vain at times, and I kind of admit that too. Because I live in toxic environments, I live around toxic people and all that. People that's not honest, people are scum. You know what I'm saying? Not all scumbags, but it is for what it is. And when it's true for loneliness, it's out. Mark that out.